Hospital porters, pride and dignity. Stop the New World Order. Welcome to HPANWO TV. Right, this is a remake of a previous video I did, and I keep saying I want to remake it, and I never get the chance to do it. Well, now I'm actually done it because I'm back here. Do you remember the video I made, the London Reptile House? Well, I'm back at the Reptile House now, and there it is. Yes, that is indeed Buckingham Palace, where Her Majesty, the Royal German Lizard of England, has her Anunnaki headquarters. And the reason I want to remake this video is because the last time I did it, I did it on my mobile phone. It was very poor quality, so my intention now is to do a better quality one with the Sony camcorder. I've also got the windbreak on, so that helps as well, you know. Well, so here we are now. The first thing you notice about this building is the fence, even the fence outside, is a symbolism symphony. And when you have here, there's the bezants, there's the Maltese cross, there's all kinds of things there. I know you come over here and you have let's come around here. These bezants, these spheres, these golden spheres. Well, they are. I think they might have something to do with orbs. Although I'm not entirely sure about that. That's a new idea I've got. But there's an interesting symbol here. You see the portcullis and chains with the laurel wreath. The laurel wreath of the Roman Empire. The monarch's crown there, and portcullis and chains. And that symbol also appears on the emblem of the Houses of Parliament, which is very interesting. Now we'll come a little bit closer to the building now, so we can see through the fence. As you can see, security is very tight. There are armed police in the courtyard. What you notice about the palace itself is it is neoclassical in style, and I mean, I made another video a few weeks ago, and I don't know if I've uploaded it. I might upload this one first, so you might not have seen it, but it's called The Architecture of Authority, and it's where I pay a visit to Nottingham Town Hall, and you see this neoclassical style. I mean, I remember actually I came walking through here. Let me walk around here a little bit, and I'll just show you the rest of it. I mean, you see, you get these sort of like bowls, or these amphoras, these cornucopias, or whatever they are. They're Roman as well. And of course there's the laurel wreath I showed you earlier. There, the laurel wreath, symbol of the Roman Empire. Now that's the Victoria Memorial. We'll come to that in a minute. We're carrying around here. We have lions with carrying the royal standard. You get a lot of animal symbolism. Some are mythological creatures, some are real. Unicorns. There's some sea monsters of some kind up there. See, there's more symbolism. More fleur-de-lis, more Maltese crosses. There must be hundreds of fleur-de-lis. There's one on top of every post of this building here, you see. I remember thinking, actually, because I was walking through, I came through here really early one Saturday morning, a couple of years ago, and I remember what it was because I went to one of the live David Icke shows in Brixton Academy, which he used to do before he moved to Wembley. As you know, I went to the Wembley Arena one, which is the biggest one he's got. Yeah, I've got the t-shirt on today, look, see. I got the right t-shirt on. Yeah, I went to the one in Wembley Arena, but he used to do one in Brixton Academy, and one Saturday morning I was walking right where I am now, and all the traffic had been closed, because this is all closed to traffic, and I remember walking through here thinking that this is what Rome would have looked like at the time of the Empire, without when taken away in the cars. And you could actually take someone from 2,000 years ago in Rome, bring them forward in a time machine to the present day, plonk them here. Of course, they'd be a bit confused with some of the things around them, but they would recognise this architectural style immediately. It would be very, very apparent to them that this was what they will be very, very familiar. And so you've got to ask yourself, right now, if the Roman Empire is supposed to have ended in the sort of 4th, 5th century, sort of collapsed. But when you see the way that the modern Illuminati bloodlines actually use its symbolism in their architecture, in their art, in their decorations, did it really end, or did it just go underground? Or maybe the Roman Empire itself is just a symbol for something even bigger. Now we'll come along a little bit further towards the gate. Now, as you can see, as always during the day, There we are, see them guys marching. That is the ceremonial guard of the household division. They always provide a ceremonial guard here. And there they are. It's funny because you think, you know, in any other circumstances, you walk down the street like that, people would think you were crazy. The big furry thing on your head. But because it's the army, it somehow makes it all different. I mean, if you go to her HPANWO Voice, you'll see my video about the military. I did a little article about Remembrance Sunday, because last Sunday, of course, was Military Religion Day, and well, there's enough said about that. But it's all about how they make the armed forces into a religion which people worship. They fall down on their knees and worship them as gods. And we'll see a little bit more of that again in a minute. Now, they're obviously, they're just changing the guard at the moment. So everything's done very ceremonially. They have to do this, and they can't just go up and say, "All right." You know, when we used to change shifts as porters at the hospital, you know, you just turn up and you say, "Oh, hello, mate, going off duty. All right, hand over the duty." But of course, because it's the army, they have to do it very symbolically, because this military religion thing. Of course, those poor fellas could be in Afghanistan next week, getting shot at and maybe shooting at other people, killing other people, then getting killed themselves. So some oil company can build a pipeline. It's not fair, is it? Let's carry on along. Now then, I'm going to cross over the road now from the palace. We'll get a bigger, wider angle shot of the palace in a moment, because I'm going to cross over the road to the Victoria Memorial. Now that is quite something. It's the largest sculpture in the country. Now you have here lions, and there's lions. Now these are apparently the same sculptor did these lions, did the ones at Trafalgar Square. You know, the Trafalgar Square, that great big erect penis sticking up into the sky. You get these little sort of phallic symbols. Now we have here, so we have lions, and there's a woman with a sickle standing by the lion, symbolising it's a farm woman, I think. Very odd thing. Over here, there's a bloke with a, what's that he's got there? He's a blacksmith, I think. Or there's a hammer anyway. And there's the lion. There's a man standing there with a hammer. Now, one thing about these lions is you see this. They're all realistic, as you see there. He's a boy lion, and he has all his. He has all his sort of physical characteristics visible. As you see, it's a very virile kind of thing, and this kind of virility is common among these sort of imperial type monuments. Now, before we go up the steps, I just want to show you the surrounding the Victoria Memorial are these pools of water. Now, this is a common feature of it's a very common feature of a lot of these ceremonial sort of like monuments, and you have this in Washington DC with the reflecting pools, these big long pools of water, lakes, artificial lakes. We see there's a water god type being. Maybe that's Father Thames. There's dolphins and water's coming out of his mouth, so we have that sort of water god, maybe a Poseidon or someone, or Triton. You know, these ancient gods. Interesting, just on the horizon there, you can see that is the London Eye, the world's largest Ferris wheel. There's an awful lot I could say about that, but we haven't got time, I'm afraid. Again, you have these sort of people. If you have a soldier there and someone else, again, it has this militarist. You'll get, of course, the militarism. You're never far away from militarism anywhere where you go here. But look at that, it's another a god figure there. Another classical god figure. As I say, it has this Greco-Roman feel. I'm going to go up the steps now. We're going to actually take a closer look at the actual main feature on the memorial. Right. There's this actual plinth, which is about 8 to 10 feet above the street level, and you have this That there, I think, is the actual Queen, Queen Victoria. And look, what do you notice first? You'll spot it before I do, won't you? The sun, the rising sun above her head. Symbolism, occult symbolism. You always get it. And as you walk around, one thing you'll see that's apparent about this. Now, I couldn't see this a few weeks ago. I was here a few weeks ago. I couldn't see it because this was all covered in. Scaffolding because of the Diamond Jubilee. As you know, this whole area was transformed into a stage where there was a big concert for the Diamond Jubilee. Robbie Williams sang there too. I'm a bit disappointed in that. I thought we'd know better of all people. But you see here winged humanoids, and you see there's a huge gold one at the top. Do you see it? At the top of that, you have a huge golden winged humanoid. Now, these, if you ask what they are, there's the Queen when she's older there, see? Sour-faced old cow. I'm sorry, but she was. We are not amused. She looked looking very imperious and very... see, that's a winged humanoid up there, which of course is angelic. Now, angels, right? I mean, when you ask what these things are, people say, well, they're angels, aren't they? Well, the thing is, though, just read through the Bible, if you've got the patience, and you're really, really bored and got nothing else to read. They discuss angels appear at certain occasions, right? But they never ever describe what they look like. So whose idea was it to having angels as these winged humanoids? No one describes what angels look like. As far as we know, they look like normal people, which of course how they are sometimes portrayed in fiction, like in Wings of Desire and the City of Angels films. But some more around here. There's another winged humanoid, a sort of military style figure with wings coming out their shoulder. Now, again, you see, the thing about it is, right, people have actually reported real encounters with winged humanoids. Some of them are, they seem to be, sometimes they're the sort of nice type, like the angels, they're all sweet and nice. Sometimes they're demonic, they're beings, literally devil-like beings, with horns and fangs, but they have these wings on them. I mean, there's a very famous case of a man reported one in Vietnam in the 1960s. Maybe he was an American soldier over there, and he reported a being that had completely black skin, and it flew down with these wings. It looked like a woman, it had like a woman's body, but it had wings sprouting out of its shoulders. It scared the speech right living crap out of him. And we have things like the Owlman. The Cornish Owlman, of which if you read the Owlman and Others by Jonathan Downes, it gives you the starting prices on that. And then you have the Mothman, the Virginia Mothman from Point Pleasant, West Virginia, which happened again in the 1960s. This creature was seen by many, many people. It was a humanoid with wings. So people have actually reported real winged humanoids, and yet they depicted, classic art depicts angels and devils with wings. And angels have these bird-like wings, devils have bat-like wings, but they both have wings sprouting from their shoulder, and I think that's very significant. And again, I should point out again, you see the statue of the Queen in her old age, and she has that same rising sun symbol behind her head. It's that rising sun, the Illuminati. She's the goddess. She's the Illuminati goddess. And here we have more well-hung lions there with, and this time there's the figure. This side of the memorial is pretty much like the other side. I don't know how much you can hear me because the traffic gets loud around here, so I'm going to speak up. But you have a woman holding something there, a piece of greenery, and the lion. And it's very skillfully, I mean, it's a very skillful piece of sculpture, actually, very well done, because it appears like there's wind blowing past and it's been frozen, it's almost like a flash photography image of a woman in the wind. So it's quite clever, that. And there's the lion there again. Come over here. Oh, should I? Boom. And there's the lighted torch of the Illuminati, and a man there with another lion. That lighted torch, the flame of the Olympics, and many other things. Interesting, that, isn't it? Now, if you take a look up here, I mean, I think I'll stop the camera in a moment. But you take that's the Mall, and you go up there, and you come to the military memorials. And I mean, I've said it a lot in my article about the military religion. I talk about how there were so many memorials for soldiers, and there's a separate memorial for all the different branches of the services, a separate memorial for each of the wars. There'd be elaborate mausoleums to the victims of war. But like I said before, fighting in wars is not the only dangerous thing you can do. There's other dangerous jobs you can. According to the American and Canadian Almanac of 2008, being a fisherman is the most dangerous job. But there's no fishing trawler memorials on the Mall. Why is that? There's no miners' memorials on the Mall. Now, I went on a search for non-military memorials, and I was actually quite surprised that I found it hard to find them. They're there, but they're usually in small local towns, and they're nowhere near as ostentatious as the military memorials. There's one last look there. So that's a big subject. I'll go into it in a minute, probably, or if I get time to film, because I'm actually on my way. I'm on my way to St Pancras Station because I'm going to the Judy Wood event at the Kent Freedom Movement tonight. So I've got to catch a train. I must make sure what the time is, because I must make sure I get to the station on time. But there is one last look at the London Reptile House. There it is, where Her Reptileness, the Anunnaki Sun Queen, has her residence. Well, thanks for watching HPANWO TV. Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity, Stop the New World Order.